Hey, what is up, these guys? TITOBODS here, and I think it is a good time for everyone, maybe spenders or maybe free-to-play players, because today there is an event that will actually make your eyes pop and really be mind blown with it. I think it's going to benefit not only the spenders but also the free-to-play. In a way, especially those players who have been saving up speed ups. Now, there, I revealed it. You need to have a speed up for this event so that you can earn double that speed up. And I think this is the best way or best avenue for you to use your speed ups for free to play players waiting for the MGE. Still, I think you need to use your speed ups here. I think you need to just resave or start saving again after this event, because this one will really push your progression off the charts, because you will have a lot of progress if you are going to take advantage of this event today. And I think it's going to run for only 3 days, so you have that time to think. And also for the spenders, I'm going to divide this video. First half of it is going to be all about the events and what we have in the game right now. And also on the other half, or the next half of this video, I'm going to give you guys my recommendations on the new mobile bundles that is only exclusive for this event. So I think it's going to run for about 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days, I think. But the one that I was talking about earlier with the speed ups, I think is going to run for only 3 days. So you really need to think about it. But anyway, I would like to use also this opportunity to thank our partner for today, which is Eneba. And since we're talking about purchases and bundles in the mall also, and if you want to help the channel out, kindly use and take advantage of our 10% cashback using our link, which is in the description down below, that you can use right away after your first purchase. And also, if you are first time purchasing on any Apex Coin sites, you are going to have the buy one get one promo that the game actually gives. And may it be on Apex Coins or Empire Coins, because both of those are available in our enable link. Let's now proceed with the events that we have. So I'm really excited for this one because the speed ups are really good. And for those of you guys who are really near your T8s, and as long as you have your torches with you and your keys with you, I think this is going to be the time to really push it through T8. Let's go with the Crescent Blessing. We have this one just I think a few weeks ago. And we have the same amount of speed ups, resources, the ornate warm lantern, and the lunar silk flower here. You will also benefit from getting all the speed ups every day on the consumption rebate, which is going to be really good. We're going to talk about in a bit. So we also have here the Crescent Tribute, wherein you can also get your lanterns here, and you can get speed ups and Empire coins. And once you finish everything here, you will now get your 24 hours total of training speed ups with a legendary blueprint, legendary magma crystals, and legendary forging essence. Now, the Crescent Gift is where you can see your chibi sulemans, but you can also get this by using your lanterns. Now, the thing is, as always, we get only 3 of the legendary universal hero medals, then 10 again of your skill scrolls, then blueprints, another, well, 10 pieces of green gems. It's a random gem though. Then only 40 pieces of 100 each of your forging kits here. You can actually max it out, all of it, but you need to prioritize though. So prioritize first the legendary hero medals, skill scrolls, and if you need the blueprints, then blueprints and gems. And maybe lastly, you can get to the chibi before you go to the resources. And the last thing I think you need is the iron meteorite. So I think that's the hierarchy or the priority that you want to do. Now, let's talk about the consumption rebate, because this is what I am really excited for, the one that I was talking about earlier. So, you can see here a speed up for 100% rebates, meaning every single speed ups you use is going to be returned to you. Also, like for example, you use 300 minutes of building speed ups, you will get 5 hours of building speed ups. So 5 hours of building speed ups is 300 minutes of building speed ups, and of course it will eventually grow and grow through progression. From 300 it will now be 900, and of course it will not reset to 0 though. It will not reset to 0, because once you get the 300, you use the 300, it will also be 300 here right away. So let me just show you guys so that you can see for yourself. So we use 1 of this and then 1 of this, so we got 5 hours now. So you can get that 5 hours here, so you can see, and then you will get the 5 hours of building speed ups again. Now that you get it, as you can see here, the progression is 300 now out of 900. So it's just going to be until you reach 36,000 minutes of speed-ups. 36 minutes of universal speed-ups is actually 25 days. So 25 days of speed-ups or building speed-ups that you use, you will get back 25 days. Now moving on to the research speed-ups. Now, you already know how it works. The thing that is really good here for me is actually the insight points, because after the end of this at 36,000, you will get 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 insight points in total, plus your extra another 25 days of research speed-ups. You can actually use your speed-ups and then get this speed-ups and then save this one. Do not use this one if you want to go through it for the MGE or whenever you need it. So that's actually how it works. It's really, really good, honestly speaking, because when you have a saved up research speed-ups like this one, it's like giving you a free speed boost of 25 days for each of the speed-ups like research, building, and training. So it's actually a freebie in a way if you have those kinds of amount of speed-ups. If you don't, well, just get through the speed-ups that you need here. Like for example, we already used the 5 hours, right? And then you only need like another 5 hours here in order for you to get 10 hours. So yeah, I think that's what you can use that 5 hours again there. Just add another one so that you can really get like less than the 36,000, I think. So you will arrive at a lower amount of speed-ups used, but you will still use all of your speed-ups. So, but it can be doable for free-to-play and low spenders. 100%, you can max this out if you have that much saved speed-ups, especially those players who have been really, really patient on this one. Okay, now spenders, ready your wallets because we have the festival event here in the mall, and of course I'm going to tell you guys which bundles you need to avoid and which bundles will really give you the best value for your money. And since we have a single top up here bonus again, I think it's, as I've said, one of the best times to purchase bundles in the game. Now here on the top up, let's see, first we have here the luxurious custom chest wherein you can get all of this with just topping up. Now the thing is, you don't really need to top up one by one here. What you can do is actually just go to the ones that you want to purchase, for example this one, and then just purchase it. Eventually, while you are purchasing every single one of those, what will happen is your single top up here will eventually be filled out and will be unlocked. The freebies here is actually good, especially like, look at this. Just for $1, you will have 8 hours right off the bat of the speed ups here. So it's very generous for the spenders right now, even low spenders. Like, look at this. After that, you will still have like resources, like skill points here, another speed ups. For the $10 spent, you can get 18 hours. Really is a good amount of speed ups. It's a good chest plus another 18 hours of speed ups here, plus 2 million of your resource chest, which is really, really good. Now for the $20, you will get this luxurious custom chest. So although you only will get one of each, still you can get 48 hours. Look at this, 48 hours of speed up. So for me, it's the one that I'm going to choose for the speed ups. I really don't want you guys to be getting other stuff here unless you need it. Like for example, this one, if you get the insight points for a freebie, I don't think it's good. For the $10, I think still the speed ups is really good here, since we also have a consumption rebate, which will really help you a lot to push your accounts to T8s or maybe near that. And as I've said here, another, for me, it's still the speed ups though. You don't really need the technique points unless you need the technique points, and the amount of punishing hammer is really underwhelming. I'm not really sure if you want to get that. But the other freebies though are really good, like 2 days of universal speed ups here. The only thing here is that you need like, I think, $30 for this one, and then here is like, let's say $50, and then you can get 3 days of universal speed ups, 5 million of your resource chest, plus 96 hours. Look at that, 96 hours is, I think, almost 4 days, almost 4 days of your speed ups here. I think it's the good or the best way to go, or maybe to pick. So yeah, that's what I think. Also here for your $100, you can get 96 also. Wow, it's the same amount of speed ups for the freebies though. Yep. But you will get here 5 days of universal speed ups and 6 million of the resource chest, which is great, right? Especially for those who have been saving up. So let's look at the bundles that will eventually help us get through this single top up for free. Now for the pop-up store, there are things here that I don't want you to touch. I think it's good. I think this is quite good for the overall price. If you're going to purchase this individually, it's a bit decent, but if you're going to purchase this one for just $5, I think it's good. I think it's worth your money. Now, I don't need to really endorse this one or promote this one anymore, because you already know, or I already know, that you will get this one. For the Golden Keys, for the Torch of Enlightenment, this amount is really at its best, including your speed ups plus your resources, right? Now, another thing is this one. I'm not sure if I want you guys to purchase this. The only thing that can actually push you to purchase this are the speed ups. But I don't want you to get this one because there are other bundles here still that is better than this. So I think this is a last resort. So for now, avoid that one. Now this one is, I think, for mid spenders to a bit higher spenders. So for those of you guys who are just needing the lightning crystals, I think you can get this one. But unless you need it, I don't want you guys to get this one. Now another thing is for the meteor steel, because we all know that it's hard to get the meteor steel, and I know that the only players that can afford this right now are high spenders, or let's say mid spenders if they saved up. But I think it's a good deal for the price for spenders, for high spenders or mid spenders. I don't want the, let's say, like low spenders to get involved in this one, unless you are planning to really max out the ring, or if you are on that level already, because it's really going to be super expensive for you. I think this is also not the first priority that I want you guys to touch, but for the players who actually can afford, well, I think this is good. It's a decent amount because players are actually, or a lot of players are actually in need of raw iron, especially the high spenders and mid spenders, you know. Now the amount of raw iron here are just fair. I think the first one is fair, but this one here on the second for the raw iron, I think is good. This amount is really good for its price. So yeah, I think the last one also is quite okay, because some of the bundles before is or offers way less raw iron with the same amount. So yeah, I think for mid spenders to high spenders, I think you can get this one. Now, I don't really like the Chalcedony, whatever it's called. But as you can see, the amounts here are really expensive. So low spenders, mid spenders, I don't want you to touch this. But yeah, I think that's it. Well, we're going to talk about the points, pop-up points here. But let's see first what we have at the end. Okay, Castle Technology. The price here are quite good, especially with the addition of the speed ups. I think it's good. I want you guys to get this, especially low spenders. This is really a good purchase for you. And for the research here, sorry, for the insight points, well, prices are quite good also, I think, based on experience of purchasing this before. Based on the added bonuses of speed ups and other stuff here, like your Mount Weasel plus the pop-up points, I think the price of $20 is quite decent for it. I think it's really good, especially if you really want the insight points. So for me, mid spenders, yes, you can get this, or maybe low spenders that really want to get the insight points, I think this is the avenue for you to do that. It's a good one. I don't really want you guys to be touching this unless you really need the speed ups. I think I'm not going to really give you, or maybe let's say recommend this to you, but the speed ups here are really decent. So I think if you want to, you can get it, but I don't really recommend it as a priority. For the pop-up store rewards, we have here your speed ups. As you can see, these are the available speed ups for it. And at the 1,500 mark, you will get extra gem chests plus legendary skill scrolls. Then another of those at the 3,000 mark, plus additional hammers when it comes to your 4,500. And these are actually the amount of speed ups also that you can get, which are really good as a freebie also from the pop-up store. But you really need to spend a lot in order for you to get that absurd amount of pop-up points. So yeah, I think if you have the capability to purchase, why not max it out, right? But for the low spenders and mid spenders, I want you guys to prioritize. You don't really need to max everything out. It's not really that much. So your priority should come first, especially the progress on your account. That's actually what is more important. Now, okay, moving on, we have the Crescent Glory. So I think this is the legendary skill scroll here plus speed ups. I think this is going to be a daily thing. Or if not, I think this is going to be the every other day thing because we have those. If not every other day, is every 3 days. So I think that's about it. And this will go, I think, up to, let's say, $20. If not $10, it's going to be up to $20 because the last one on the skill scrolls that we have with the Crescent Glory is, I think, up to $20. So I think that will follow the same system here. Now, Astral Compass, it's really a good one if you are a spender. And there are a lot of players who got the first one, which is the Thunder Judgment here, plus some got the Conquest, Chronicle. It's really good, you know, especially with the special effects. Look at that. Look at the animation, bro. But it's not the only thing that you can actually get from this compass here. So we have here the rewards probability. Now, 24.745% is for the universal speed ups, which are, wow, 5 pieces, which is 5 days. It's really good. I mean, if it's going to be 5 days for one draw, well. And then we have universal legendary hero medals. We have technique points, which is just 1.4, really. Okay, we also have legendary lightning crystals, which is 10%, which is good. All right. Then another legendary or universal legendary hero medals here for 2 pieces only this time around at like 23%. Okay. And we have 5% for 200 pieces of the technique points. And I think this is one of the best one to get here, the custom gem chest. And right after that, we have the Chibi King Derrick, which is 26%. Wow, that's huge. I mean, you can possibly get this first before you get the universal speed ups. So for me, you can actually purchase this one if you want to. You can get the theme. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's decent. And with the rewards, I think it's going to be good. Then the Lunar Revelation here are for the gems. I think this is going to be up until $100 at the end, wherein you can get custom legendary gem chest, and then you can also get random legendary gem chest plus a few more speed ups. That's what I think. So this is going to be, I think, if not every 3 days, I think this is going to be a one-time thing. So that's about it. So for this one also, I think the Meteor Steel is going to be available also on this one. If this is not going to be for the $100, I think it's going to be until another $50. Because the last time I checked, the last one we had was about like $50. That's the end point there, wherein you can get 2 Meteor Steel, I think. And well, Crescent Glory, if you are going to get technique points and you need those technique points to upgrade or reach your new research institute, please go get the Crescent Glory, because besides your technique points, you can also get your speed ups plus resources. So it's really, really good. So I think this is also going to be a daily thing. If I'm not mistaken, it's a daily thing. If not, it's going to be every other day. That's I think what will happen here. And then we have the comeback Sunbright Coffer. Now the thing here is that you can get the Moonlight Prayer title, which is quite okay. As you can see, this is going to be what it looks like when it's on your city. And another thing here is you can get the Dream Weaver badge, because this is going to replace your dragons. If you have the Abyssal Echo, which is the dragon, as you can see here, you can see the dragon, right? So there's that's where it's going to originate from, and then will roam around your city. So the thing here is that this is the genie that we have on our city theme. Now I just am not sure yet if how animations will work inside the city, because the dragon really flies over some of the structures and also hover over the screen. Maybe this genie right here will also do that, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. I think if it's going to be just for the cosmetics, that's your main purpose, I think it's a 100% win for you. But if you're going to go for the attributes, I think it's not worth the trouble. So here are the drop rates, which is really low for those of you guys are asking, but it will drop like this. So the first one that will drop for the sun rewards, if not the commons, are this one. Then once it drops, so it's already out of the picture, the next time it will drop a rare one, it's going to be this one. Until eventually you get to the Moonlight Prayer title. So that's how it would go. And these are the other possible rewards that you can get with each succeeding chances. So look at it right now. So it's really okay if you want to have those cosmetics. But if you really are not after cosmetics, I don't want you guys to touch the comeback Sunbright Coffer nor the Astral Compass. It will only waste your cash. If you want to purchase some of this, you really want to get the best out of your money. So hopefully my recommendations will stick with you guys. And I think the only last thing that I want you guys to really know is make sure that you are going to push this time around. Use the chance, the opportunity to really get that rebate consumption. You want that one because you will get extra 25 days, for example, for the building, extra 25 days for the research, and extra 25 days for the training. Honestly speaking, the training isn't that really important. What is important here is the building. 25 days is no joke. And you want that as a freebie. That's why if you have speed-ups, you are a free-to-play player, you have been saving speed-ups, use your speed-ups here. Use it now. So now the question are for you, squad. What do you think about this event? What do you think about the new mall with the coffer and everything on it with the new bundles? It's really good day for spenders and free-to-play players alike. This event, I think this is one of the best way to actually give a little bit of love to free-to-play players because of the consumption rebates. Although the other players, let's say spenders, are also going to benefit from it, but still giving this opportunity for free-to-play players to push their accounts also is going to make them feel a little bit stronger and a little bit good for themselves. So I think this is a good one, and low spenders actually is also going to be happy with this one, with the mall purchases, with the bonuses and everything on it. I think this is one of the top events wherein you can get extras for the top-ups. I know that spenders will be really happy about it, but still the extras for those top-ups is not really that overwhelming to tilt the balance between free-to-play and spenders. And also the thing is, the consumption rebate is actually good. I don't care if you will say that it's going to also help the spenders. The thing that matters the most is it's always going to have an impact for the spenders also, if you're going to give something to the free-to-play players. Now the only thing here is that, will the free-to-play players really benefit? That's actually what I want you guys to understand. And before I forget, if you really want to help our channel out, besides liking the video, sharing it, and subscribing, please also use our tip link here and leave a message on that tip link also, that eventually everything that we can gather from those funds are going to be used to create the videos like this one. And maybe in the future, we're going to use that in order for us to start again giving away stuff here in the channel that will eventually help our community grow. So, but anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed this video right here. And as always, squad, have a great day to everyone. This is your TITOBODS, and I will see you in the next one. And hey, click on this video right here for more awesome TITOBODS content. Thanks for watching, you guys, and TITOBODS out.